In a historic return to the White House, Donald J. Trump took the oath as the 47th President of the United States in an inauguration marked by an extraordinary moment, a Catholic priest's invocation that urged Americans to kneel before God. Such a call was not only spiritually profound, but symbolically resonant in a nation often at the crossroads of faith and governance. But why does such a simple act of kneeling carry so much weight for a people proud of standing tall? And what role does divine guidance play in shaping the decisions of a leader entrusted with a nation's future? Kneeling, a gesture of humility and reverence, signifies a conscious surrender to a higher power, reminding Americans of their shared values rooted in faith. If you enjoy content that helps you grow spiritually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more inspiration. Let's get started. It is an acknowledgement that leadership requires wisdom beyond human understanding. As for divine guidance, history has shown that decisions grounded in moral clarity often steer nations through turbulent times, ensuring justice, peace, and unity. The priest's invocation set the tone for Trump's presidency, calling on Almighty God to bestow clarity and strength upon the new leaders. With gratitude for the nation's freedoms and resilience, the prayer emphasized the importance of unity and collaboration to bridge the divisions plaguing the American society. By asking for compassion and justice to guide Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, the priest highlighted the moral responsibility of leadership to serve not just some, but all citizens. The invocation further appealed for the nation to overcome challenges with courage and faith, placing trust in the collective strength of its people. It called on leaders to embody hope and stand as prophetic voices, defending the dignity of every individual, especially the vulnerable. In this sacred moment, the priest reinforced the idea that greatness begins not with power, but with a humble heart attuned to God's will. This powerful prayer reminded those present that America's golden age, as promised by Trump in his speech, could only be realized by placing faith at the forefront. People really connected with the message, which asked them to think about their spiritual roots and recommit to unity, justice, and peace as they started this new stage. The priest's words became heavier as the prayer went on. He stopped talking about thanks and started talking about the duties that the new president and vice president would have to accomplish. He emphasized that leadership was not merely a position of power, but a divine calling, requiring unwavering integrity and a heart open to the needs of all citizens. The prayer urged the leaders to confront challenges with wisdom and resilience, calling for policies that uplift the downtrodden and protect the dignity of life at every stage. Leadership, especially during times of uncertainty, demands more than just decision-making. It requires courage, wisdom, and an unyielding sense of purpose. When the road ahead seems unclear and the weight of responsibility feels insurmountable, faith and moral guidance can illuminate the way forward. This is exactly what The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through his revelations. This ebook goes into his prophecies and offers insight into what lies ahead. It's available for free in the pinned comment. Grab it now before the edition's gone. Echoing the principles of service, the priest called upon divine guidance to inspire Trump and Vance to become symbols of hope for the nation. He prayed that their decisions reflect justice and peace, serving as a reminder that leadership should always prioritize the greater good over personal ambition. These sentiments resonated with the audience, many of whom held their hands together in silent agreement, recognizing the weight of the moment. The priest's invocation also brought attention to the importance of humility in leadership. He referenced the struggles of everyday Americans, those who have felt unheard or marginalized, asking that the nation's leaders never lose sight of the humanity in their decisions. With every word, he tied the nation's prosperity to its ability to foster compassion and collaboration, urging leaders to embody a spirit of service above self-interest. As the Capitol grounds remained solemn, his voice rose with fervor, addressing the fractures within the nation. He pleaded for unity, asking God to heal the divisions that had taken root in recent years. The prayer made it clear that progress could not occur without mutual understanding and a commitment to listening, not just speaking. He painted a vision of a country where dialogue prevailed over discord, where bridges were built instead of walls. In closing the invocation, the priest reiterated the importance of placing faith at the heart of leadership. He prayed that the American people find strength in their shared values and rise above challenges with courage and grace. The call to action was clear, a return to the moral and spiritual foundation upon which the nation was built, with leaders serving as the first to lead by example. The priest invoked a vision of clarity, one that would enable Trump and J.D. Vance to navigate the complexities of their roles with integrity and foresight. He emphasized that true leadership is not about wielding authority, but about serving the people, especially the vulnerable and marginalized who often go unheard. The priest's words were steeped in a sense of hope, urging the leaders to embody a spirit of renewal for the nation. This hope was not merely aspirational, but deeply rooted in the values that have historically defined America: justice, freedom, and equality. He spoke of the prophetic responsibility that comes with power, asking that the leaders use their platform to advocate for those who lack a voice and to stand firmly against injustice in all its forms. As the prayer continued, the idea of hope evolved into a call to action. Leadership, he reminded, is not just about maintaining the status quo, but about inspiring progress. The priest envisioned a nation where decisions were driven by compassion, where policies reflected the dignity of every individual, and where unity was not just an ideal, but a tangible reality. He urged Trump and Vance to rise above division and fear, to act with moral courage, and to be unwavering in their pursuit of a better future for all. In moments like these, when clarity and purpose feel vital, don't forget the resource waiting for you. Our free e-book is available now. Secure your copy before it's gone. The prayer also acknowledged the challenges inherent in governance, particularly in a time of uncertainty and discord. Yet, it emphasized that these challenges could be met with faith and resilience. The priest painted a picture of leadership grounded in spiritual principles, where decisions were guided not by personal ambition, but by a genuine desire to uplift the nation and its people. This vision extended beyond policy to the character of the leaders themselves, urging them to serve as beacons of hope in a world in desperate need of direction. Pope Francis's message to President Trump served as both a blessing and a reminder of the moral weight carried by leaders of great nations. His words were deliberate, invoking divine guidance to ensure that Trump's decisions would align with justice, peace, and the dignity of all people. The Pope emphasized the need for leaders to prioritize the well-being of the most vulnerable, offering a vision of leadership grounded in service and empathy. His blessing extended not only to Trump, but also to the American people, urging them to work together in fostering a society where reconciliation and unity could thrive. Within his message, the Pope drew attention to the global challenges facing humanity, particularly the scars of war and the urgent need for peace. He called for a renewed commitment to dialogue and diplomacy, underscoring the importance of resolving conflicts through mutual understanding rather than force. These words resonated as a universal call to action, reminding both leaders and citizens of their shared responsibility to promote harmony both within their borders and across the globe. The contrast between this hopeful vision and the controversies surrounding Trump's proposed immigration policies was striking. Just a day prior, Pope Francis had spoken out strongly against the potential for mass deportations of undocumented immigrants in the United States. In a televised interview, he described such actions as a tragedy, one that would unfairly punish those already burdened by poverty and displacement. His words were a direct appeal to compassion, calling on leaders to recognize the humanity of those seeking refuge and to seek solutions that honored the values of justice and mercy. This tension between spiritual ideals and political realities illuminated a critical aspect of leadership: the ability to balance pragmatism with moral conviction. The Pope's message challenged Trump to rise above divisive rhetoric and embrace policies that reflected the nation's legacy as a land of opportunity and inclusion. It was a reminder that true greatness lies not in asserting power, but in uplifting others, particularly those who have been silenced or marginalized. The challenges facing the nation were not left unaddressed in the invocation. The priest spoke with urgency about the fractures within society, divisions rooted in politics, culture, and economic disparity. He acknowledged the pain felt by communities that had been torn apart by conflict and mistrust, emphasizing that healing required collective effort. His words underscored that unity would not come easily, but it remained an essential goal if the nation hoped to thrive. The path forward demanded open hearts and a willingness to listen, even to those with whom one might disagree. As we reflect on the call for wisdom and integrity in leadership, remember to claim your complimentary ebook today. There are limited copies available, and this could be the inspiration you've been looking for. These internal struggles were juxtaposed with the global challenges highlighted by Pope Francis. The ravages of war, the displacement of millions, and the deepening environmental crises formed the backdrop against which the Pope's words resonated. He urged leaders to prioritize diplomacy over aggression, advocating for reconciliation and the building of bridges rather than walls. His plea was a reminder that America's role on the world stage carried immense responsibility, not just as a superpower, but as a moral example. In the context of these challenges, the priest's invocation remained unwavering in its hope for a brighter future. He described a vision of leaders rising above partisan divides, working together for the common good. The prayer called for policies rooted in compassion, urging the administration to focus on education, healthcare, and opportunities for the underserved. The message was clear. Progress was not merely about economic growth, but about ensuring that no one was left behind. President Trump's own words during the ceremony echoed this call for resilience and pride in shared beliefs. He spoke of an unshakable faith in the American spirit, promising that the nation would overcome its obstacles through courage and determination. His declaration that Americans kneel to God and to God alone reinforced the invocation's central theme of humility and reverence as guiding principles. This sentiment resonated with the crowd, reminding them of the foundational values upon which the country was built. The prayer also highlighted the personal challenges that leaders would face, reminding them to stay grounded in their faith. It called for leaders to remain steadfast in their convictions while remaining open to collaboration and compromise. By balancing strength with humility, the priest envisioned a leadership that could navigate the complexities of governance while staying true to the ideals of justice and equality. In his words, The priest called on the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which is a sign of God's love and direction, to be the spiritual base on which America should rebuild its strength and togetherness. He emphasized that this was not merely a personal faith, but one that called for collective transformation, an alignment of values, decisions and actions with higher moral principles. It was a reminder that a nation rooted in faith could overcome adversity and find clarity amidst chaos. The invocation also paid homage to the personal influences that shaped President Trump's character, specifically his parents, Mary and Fred Trump. The priest painted a vivid image of their legacy, describing how their love, values, and unwavering support had prepared their son for the immense responsibilities of leadership. Their guidance, rooted in discipline and a strong work ethic, was described as a moral compass that continued to influence Trump's decisions. The invocation framed their impact as a divine gift, one that now extended to the nation through their son's leadership. This reflection on Trump's upbringing was not mere sentimentality. It served to underscore the idea that the strength of a leader often originates from the values instilled in them early in life. Mary and Fred Trump were portrayed as symbols of resilience and faith, embodying the ideals of humility, hard work, and dedication to family. Their memory, the priest suggested, was a source of inspiration, not only for Trump, but for all Americans seeking to navigate challenging times. It was a poignant reminder that leadership is not born in isolation, but is nurtured through relationships and shared values. While exploring the principles that guide us through uncertainty, take a moment to download your free ebook. Few copies remain, so don't miss this chance to gain clarity and direction. The prayer then expanded on the broader implications of faith as a unifying force for the nation. The priest spoke of faith as the bridge between communities, capable of transcending differences and fostering understanding. He urged the leaders and citizens alike to embrace this collective spirituality, not as a division between religions, but as a shared commitment to compassion, justice, and hope. This call to faith was framed as a path toward healing the fractures within the nation, encouraging every individual to contribute to the restoration of trust and unity. If this message makes you think and you feel it connects with you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Also, if you really want to support our work and help us keep creating valuable content, consider giving us a super thanks. Join this amazing community and don't miss any news. The priest's comments took on a more solemn tone as the prayer drew to a close, stressing how crucial it was for the nation to completely embrace these spiritual ideals if it wanted to secure its future. He reminded those present that the Sacred Heart of Jesus symbolized not only divine love, but also the potential for renewal and transformation. The invocation's final moments reflected a vision of a nation where decisions were guided by moral clarity. Leaders were grounded in humility, and every citizen played an active role in building a brighter, more unified future.